Another weekend, another Grand Slam, and the FIVB heroes are in action once more. This time we're in Austria, beside the lakes and mountains of Klagenfurt, for the A1 Grand Slam, presented by Volksbank. So the stunning surrounds of Klagenfurt. Yet again, for the 15th year running, the venue for this FIVB Beach Volleyball SWATCH World Tour event. And we're at the semi-final stage now in the women's draw. China versus Brazil. Yet again, we had these two teams battling it out for the bronze medal last week. It was the lady on your screen, Antonelli, with her partner Talita, that got the better of this red-clad Chinese team in Stadio Blanca. China, who were in form all week, not dropping a single set to the final four. The weather was a little cooler over in Poland. The day started off pretty cool today, but it's been nice and sunny all week, and we're hoping that the heat will begin to rise as the day goes on. So 21 degrees for the moment, the sun just hidden behind the clouds. So to the court. These teams who have met on quite a number of occasions, this team. A number of occasions, of course, that there have been real battles between them on court wherever they've been. Most of them coming in Grand Slams, World Championships, and all the big tournaments. And for the big tournaments, we rule out the big referees. It's hello to Nina Hobie of Austria. She gets to referee in front of her home crowd. And alongside her, it's Marcel Hasnut from the Netherlands. Time for the teams to be introduced then. Wearing number 1, 1.89 m tall, 22 years of age. It is Chen Xue. Pulled off a couple of very important blocks yesterday in the quarterfinals. Wasn't quite on top form. China losing their first set of the week yesterday, and against the Salgado sisters, with Zhe-Zhang Xi hoping to recover the form that made them look like almost certain to win the tournament in Poland last week, until they came up against a very stubborn Juliana Larissa in the semi-finals. Ended up coming fourth out of a final four that they looked the favourites to take, and beating them to third position. We're both Antonelli, wearing one of Brazil in green today, 27 years of age, 1.76 m, one of the most dogged and diligent defenders on tour. And of course her partner, Talita-Antonelli BRA, who has 28 years of age, from Mato Grosso do Sul. Both of these players residing and training in the mecca of beach volleyball that is Rio de Janeiro. So first appearance in a Final Four for any of these two players in Klagenfurt. This Chinese team has previously come fourth here, that in 2007. 25th in 09, 9th last year. They're back on form in this, one of the biggest tournaments without doubt, on the Swatch Tour Canada. All ready to go then? Brazil won the coin toss. They'll start on the right-hand side as we look at it. They'll receive as Zhe-Zhang Xi serves. Talita is the early target. Chance for a Chinese counter-attack straight away on the left hand of Zhe-Zhang Xi. Talita making the block. It's not Talita, it's Maria in the way. Chance for Maria to kill down the line. No. Zhe-Zhang Xi with a roll. And an unforced error gives Brazil the first point. Very interesting rally for the opening part of the match. Plenty to look forward to if it continues along those lines. Brings Antonelli to the line. Float serve, which is now favouring a lot more than that previously powerful jump serve she used to employ. Talita a bit up and down with her blocking this year. She's got the crowd on her feet already, though. Antonelli floats yet again. Same target. Zhang Xi, left hand in that corner against Talita. Once more, she fails to get it past her. Chen Shue's chance. Top defending this early doors by Brazil. Chance to kill for 3-0. Talita's down there now. This is Zhang Xi. Still Maria says no. Incredible start by Brazil. Got to go over here on 3. And Talita eventually puts it to bed. What a start here to this semi-final on centre court. Well, blocks, solid defence, and power kills. We've had it all already. There was Chen Xue getting in on the blocking. Talita not as much well known as her partner for getting down and digging up. She scooped nicely there. Great to see the point in all of its glory again. Trying to just about missing off on the poke opportunity, and that led in Talita, who hammered home with real gusto. First Chinese point, nicely played. They needed a side out. It's quite simple in the end. Nice placement beyond the block of Talita. First time she's not managed to repel anything. Chen Xue serves into Talita. Nicely passed up to the net though. Chance for Zhang Xi to respond. And that's 2 from 2 for China. Lovely defending to set it up, diving to her right there. And then the left hand into the block. Working out well in the end for the Chinese. Chen Xue and her float serve. Set well behind the net for Talita. Arch of the back though, recovers nicely. Maria not producing the greatest pass. Zhang Xi again. Good leave this time, very good leave. Brazil go 5-2 up, they'll be happy with their work at the first bout of side change. In the end, a good few centimetres beyond the line from China. And the crowd also just settle into this match. Yet more to come, Netherlands versus the United States. After that amazing start, as you can see. Will be the second semi. Power hit. Maria needs to make it. That really would have been a heroic effort. Both of them down there diving. Oh, incredible beginning to this match. Beach volleyball at the highest standard at the crack of dawn. Only gone 9 AM here in Klagenfurt. I can tell you the city's been partying all night as well. Plenty of people coming straight from the nightclubs in to watch the game. Bleary-eyed faces walking along down, still with the remnants of last night's drinks. Well, they've been brightened up by this start, though. Zhang Xi then, just a point down now, China. Very much in this first set. Bump set comes from Antonelli. Talita looks to cut. Zhang Xi, golden opportunity for her. Maria not very happy with the pass she tried to make there. Very hard driven though, the ball. Control was made all that more difficult. So line block to Talita, cross court if it's Antonelli is the signal. China claim that there was no touch there, referee in agreement. Ball just landing out, it means that they, for the first time in this match, will go ahead now. 4 points conceded on the spin from Brazil. Talita going to make the side out. Still China though. They will counter-attack now with Zhang Xi. Chance to hit again. on the line in, and it's a worrying sequence for Brazil. 5 points consecutively conceded. 7-5 China. They, instead of just edging ahead, now have a 2-point lead. That's when things start to get interesting. Good work from Maria. Just about kept inside the antenna too by Talita. Chance for Chen Xue to hit. So much space to aim at. And Talita's had enough. She calls timeout. All 7 points almost on that side change with 1 to come. Were won by the Chinese. That's what they thought of it. I don't think these two will be quite as enamoured with what they saw the last few points. Great start straight out of the blocks for Brazil. But of course, so much competition in this Final Four. The 229th women's event on the FIVB Beach Volleyball Swatch World Tour. And we're racking up a bit of a milestone here. It's the 25th time 4 different countries are represented in the semi-finals. The 5th time this season it's happened. So international beach volleyball becoming much more competitive, as you can see, by the year. The lucky cities were Myslovica, Rome, Stavanger and Moscow. Now add Klagenfurt into the mix, with the USA and the Netherlands yet to compete in semi-final number 2. So Brazilian timeout comes to an end. Have to try and side out here. Last point before they change sides. To Talita. Denied at the first. They'll get another chance though. This time Antonelli will look to swing. Does so hard. Called in, called out. In the end, the referee calls a touch, so the point does go for Brazil. And that is a hugely important point in the scheme of things. 6 on the run was a very, very good run for China. Got Brazil in trouble for the first time in this game. Had the serve back with Antonelli. Up against Talita. And it's Xue-Zhang Xi who has the time. Still not happy with the reception though. Thankful for a teammate for making the set. Talita the target of the Chinese serve. Their attempt to roll into space only coming up against Xue-Zhang Xi, who hammers down with that left hand of hers for a 10-6 China lead. Nice contact made. Very high bump set. Talita and Antonelli both missed. Add an ace into that mix. Didn't see it the first time. We might not see it the second either. Apologies for that. Antonelli. Talita hits hard. Brazil sliding out. Need to get into that mix again. Bit of a rhythm. 4 points down here. And who'd have thought it after their start? 3rd consecutive Final Four for Talita Maria. That after a relatively poor first half of the season. Moving very quickly from second half into late season, remember. This is the last Grand Slam event. We have 2 more European Opens in Åland and The Hague. For one last women's tournament in Thailand. And the final men's event in October in Agadir, Morocco. That's better from Talita. (12-8). Bump up for Xue-Zhang Xi, left hand. Talita sold herself pretty quickly there. So technical timeout. China will be delighted with their work. Things have gone very, very well indeed ever since their worrying start. 4 points down at one stage. Talita and Antonelli They've had to dig themselves out of holes consistently this season, certainly. There's increased competition in the women's game, the development of one or two teams who are really coming of age now, the Netherlands and perhaps very soon Spain, namely. Remember, there's still Germany to add into the mix once they sort their form out as well. The Swiss and the Austrians perhaps on a bit of a downer at the moment. Brazil, USA with several teams, the Chinese consistent, and the Netherlands, remember, winner of 2 events this season. And the USA, Brazil and the Netherlands have won gold medals this year. China looking for their first win still. That's a very good serve. Xue-Zhang floating it down the line right in front of Talita. No reception there. China at the minute racing to this first set. Antonelli bumps up. Talita will hit. On the line. Line judge calling out there, but it was right underneath the nose of the referee, Nina Hobie. She saw it differently. Not too much samba going on court at the minute, I can tell you. Brazilian breakfast for the fans. Chinese having the Brazilians for breakfast at the minute. 6-point lead. All going swimmingly for them. Unbeaten still, remember, China this week. That's all Brazil. Oh, nice defending. Zhang Xi's down there, needs to make the poke again. Well, physically she got there. The contact, though, was anything but the sort of stuff she was hoping for. Well, there's the first defense, wrong-handed, diving dig, wonderfully executed. So, of course, that ball so low down, you have to make the poke. Any push on it, and there's a risk that the carrying might be given as well. Difficult to make. That, though, much more regulation stuff. Left-handed high. Angle really favours her left arm swing up there. Makes it difficult for the blocker. Lovely pass. Not able to find the kill, though. Chance for Talita to counter-attack now. Cross-court. The ball's called out. Now, was there a touch? The line judge says yes. Zhang Xi not in accordance with that. She obviously doesn't think she touched it. Xue-Zhang. Well, she took advantage of not an easy situation there. Was there to be hit, all sort of. Quite close enough to the net to really put the kitchen sink through it. Zhang Xi, left-handed serve, cross-court towards Talita, who will now rise and look to finish off the move. Well, Brazil side out here, but it's an awful long way back in this first set. The match these two played together last week in Poland was a 3-set affair. Chinese winning the first set easily, then conceding the second 21-17, the third 15-12, and really throwing it away, much as they did in the semi-final against Juliana Larissa. Serving to Larissa. Larissa unable to receive, pass, or do just about anything. It was a real off day for her. They suddenly started serving to Juliana without any real explanation. That's how Brazil were back into that match. They're still away from getting back into this match, with Talita-Antonelli representing the country's colours. Starting to side out, which is good news for the second set for them, you imagine. I hope to be in a rhythm once it started, with Xue-Zhang looking to finish this one off. And they're just 2 points away now, putting a 1 in the sets column. Chinese with 10 wins to Antonelli and Talita's 5 in the 15 previous encounters. Talita with a roll. It's good to see her making those. Really something you see with real frequency from this team. Most teams choosing to target Talita in the knowledge that Maria is the top defender. Talita nowhere near with a block there, though. It's nicely placed home, and it means that China will serve for the set. It's a good recovery, serve just about squeezing over. Zhang Xi hitting on the angle. Hitting the set. Chen Xue, very close to an ace for the set. It was worth a try, certainly with 6 points then in the bag. Still have 5 set point chances to side out here. Chen Xue takes down Talita, replies with a block. Oh, we haven't seen that since the opening point of this match. Finally, it's there. China take 3 points to do it. Eventually, they side out. They'll take the first set fairly simply in the end. 21-16 after they started pretty poorly. Brazil unable to hold their early momentum. They're a set down. They need to come back if they're to avoid playing a second successive bronze medal match here on the SWATCH World Tour. So 21-16, the scores on the doors as China sit down. Remember, though, in this clash last week, in the semi-final against Brazil, the top team, the world champion Julian Larissa, they were a set-up. In the bronze medal match against this team they're playing against now, Antonelli and Talita, they were also a set-up. They went on to lose both games. So concentration is of the utmost priority for this team. They want to keep it going. China have their fans in attendance. Responsibility of, well, of all those watching on at home. Increasingly popular sport, beach volleyball. As we saw the attendance in Beijing, Sanya, Shanghai, the 3 Chinese events. All of those already played this season. We will visit the Far East with the ladies once more in Thailand. As though those shirts are interchangeable. You'll have to choose 2 countries to support nowadays, apparently. Zhang Xi. Look to finish off there with the spike. It was picked up nicely by Maria, who responds with nice power. So she'll side out. Brazil is a solid start here. Targets Zhang Xi. Nice dig by Maria in the game here. And that's Brazil out of the blocks again. We also hammered in the first set as Talita nurses a bit of a hand injury. It's clear to see who they want in the next round. Two-line block signal from Talita. Good serving as well. Real good serving from Maria. Antonelli putting the Chinese under pressure. It floated, it swerved, it did just about everything. Most importantly, it dipped right in front of Zhang Xi. Brazilian tactics changing. They're now attempting to serve to Zhang Xi. They're going at Chen Xue early doors. Good effort to avoid touching the net there. The taller of the Chinese players, Chen Xue. He is a more experienced and older partner. Maria having to make up the meters to get to the ball. Talita tries to find the finish. There's a touch on the way through. Brazil are 4-1 up. That's a bit of a mirror image thus far. Early doors this set. These are the images we saw taken yesterday. Brazil will be certainly hoping that's not a mirror image once they get to the end of the set. China, though, have a side out. Nicely played by Maria. Cuts across the net well. Bring up the side change at 5-2. Talita putting up the wall. Gets the DJ and crowd going, as it always does here in Klagenfurt, Austria. Very peculiar. Change the lyrics of well-known songs to suit beach volleyball. Brilliant initiative, gets the crowd going. That brought out the blocking song. Talita this time will have no chance of bringing it out again. Peeling off, peeling away. Unable to get to the ball in the backcourt either. China allowed a side out to bring themselves to within 3 points of the Brazilians. Remember, China, tuning in late, won the first set, as you can see from that giant scoreboard behind the server, by 21 points to 16. Zhang Xi serves. Talita. And talking of blocks, not the most solid of those. Coming from Xue, reaching over. She did get a touch there. There we go again. Just about enough to get it onto the net and dropping the right side as far as she was concerned. Talita hitting hard. Defense is there from China. Maria will get another chance. Well, she should have at least had the pass been good. Talita makes an unforced error once more. Brazil are giving away their lead for free. Story of the game so far. Frustration taken out on the net there by Talita-Antonelli BRA. Too many touches. In a hobby. An eagle-eyed view there. 6-6 then. Brazil back to the drawing board for the umpteenth time in this game. Quick in and out from Maria. Passed over in two. Clever stuff by China. Gave them a chance to kill there. Might get another chance this time, though. It's rescued by Talita. Brazil in desperate requirement of something like that. China having two chances to kill the ball. Talita finally showing some steel. Xue-Zhang. Zhang Xi looks for the roll. Maria's there to read it. Passes nice and high. Buys some time for the strong Maria swing. And that's more like the Brazilian team we're used to seeing. Now this time it's Brazil that retake the lead in difference to set one. Well, that's gone long. Not too much of a difference. A few centimeters. China swinging and missing. 9-6 Brazil. Again, decent serving by Talita. Zhang Xi, though, is allowed to respond. A regulation response. Our reception set and spike. playing the side-out game perfectly. This time they'll try and win a point off serve. They're in requirement of a couple, because Brazil, every time they side out, are going 3 ahead at the moment. Talita rising. Ball hitting the ground before she did. Antonelli floats it down the line. Zhang still the tactic for Brazil. It's been working for them in set 2. That's better. Well, the confidence will continue to increase and improve here. China take time out. Brazil were forced to do it at a similar stage in the first set. So yet again, is it happening? China last week, we mentioned, has set up losing the matches against Brazil in both semi and finals. Racing into leads, playing early tournaments with wonderful form, not dropping sets. Failing to push it through and convert it into a gold medal this year. Remember, a couple of wins last term. 2010, though, not been backed up in 2011. Well, these girls getting their first gold medal in Quebec the other week of the year. And it was their first final since The Hague last August. 35th places this year, 1/3 in Sanya, 4th in Stade, 3rd again in Staria Blanca. So they're finally setting into some form. China siding out finally. Still a good 3 points back though. No worries, no panic for Brazil at the moment. Once you win the side out, what a way to waste it. Zhang Xi with a net serve. Get the feeling the last couple of days it's not she who's been on top form. Partner certainly carried her through sections of the quarter-final yesterday as Talita rises high and repels. Technical timeout, Brazil 5 ahead. And barring a disaster, they should be able to force a 3rd set here. So good work from the Brazilians. Just under half an hour of this match gone. The crowd settling into their day. Of course, this is the day that will show you the entire Final Four. Bronze and gold medal matches coming up at 1:30 and 3 p.m. respectively, local time. That is Central European time, 2 hours ahead of GMT. And of course, we have a men's quarter-final coming up a little later on too. That in the late afternoon, so stick with us. It's Klagenfurt action at the Grand Slam here in Austria. Talita rising once more. This time, China able to get the touch before the ball went out. Good dive down from Talita, scoops up nicely. Has a lot to rescue here. China over in 2. Brazilians a little disappointed with themselves, but they're already on the back foot after a very, very good serve. Need a few more points off this Xue-Zhang serve. And there's another to add to the tally column. Now they're back to within 2. Brazilian nerves might just start jangling very soon. Xue said this season has become the more effective server for this Chinese team. Not always the case. As Maria responds well, but lovely passing from Talita in the backcourt. It needed to be set up nicely. Perhaps Maria had the easier job there. Talita with a reverse pass. Nice and high, buying a teammate time, but more importantly, right over the centre of the net. And has allowed that to happen. China into a pattern of siding out, though, now. They can pick up the odd point on serve, too. They're going to get themselves back in the second set and stay within a chance of finishing in straight sets. Two-point deficit at the minute, though. Zhang Xi serves. Used to jump serve a heck of a lot more to Zhang Xi. It's a partner jumping and blocking at the net, though, that makes the difference this time. Brazilian challenge starting to waver, just as it did in the first set. That was much more early on then, but the resistance lasting a little longer. Will it be enough to get them over the line? Just a point ahead here. Talita needs to side out and does so. So 15-13, it's very, very nicely poised in the second set here. Pressure still just about on China. They are set up, of course, with a recent record of crumbling after taking the first set, losing the second and going on to lose the third. They'll certainly have it in the back of their minds. Talita takes down, chance to finish off with a poke. Well, Xue got up, couldn't get down in time. It's a long way down from 1.89 meters. Factor in that huge leap she's got as well. Talita killed the ball well. 16-14 for Brazil with Antonelli to serve. Ump up, Xue really should finish this, and it's right on the line, in fact. Little worry for perhaps half a second or so that it might stray beyond the backcourt. These two teams, though, highly experienced. They've both been in these sorts of battles before. And they'll have won and lost. Similar amount of on each side. Oh, and that's a big point for China. That is huge. Back level for the first time in this second set. Well, they've worked so hard to come back from 4, even 5 points down at one stage. It's taken them a little longer in set 2, but they have some momentum. Bumps for Maria. Xue blocks. The second attempt comes off the antenna. China, despite just pulling level, already are in front. Brazil taking the timeout that they have in their armory. Well, Antonelli goes to set down. I can tell you, I should say Talita goes to set down. I should tell you Antonelli is still standing in the court, looking very, very unhappy with things. Doesn't even want to talk to a teammate. It just hasn't happened for them. Not consistently, anyway. And getting those fantastic starts in both sets. This time they're able to carry it through right until the end of it. 17-16, China only just drawing level and going ahead. Brazil, until a couple of moments ago, would have been most people's favourites to push this on to 3. I've already mentioned a couple of times the Chinese record after losing the second set. Hasn't been a particularly good one. They can get this done, though, in straight sets. That confidence will return into the Chinese ranks. It was an iffy quarter-final yesterday against the Salgados. Zhang Xi, good serving. Well, Talita was down diving to her right. Maria, still no communication between the two. Not even a hand slap. Looks to be ending in pretty ugly fashion for them. Maria does get to this one this time. Set is up. Oh, brilliant defending in terms of getting there, making the correct touch. To get a teammate involved was another thing for China. So, Talita and Maria finally picking up a point at a side out. Chinese service run doing plenty of damage to the scoreboard. Off the block of Talita. Once more, the Brazilian players not acknowledging each other. So 1917. No positive body language at all emanating from the Brazilian camp. Talita's down, receives well. There's the set from Maria. Finally, there's a bit of acknowledgement between the two. It's in dampened celebration of what's an important point for them. Talita going down to receive well. Hope getting them the point. Chinese side out will bring up match point though here. And there it is. With Talita and Antonelli asking each other to come and take the ball. Something's obviously not right in their camp. Match point then. On what looked to be building up to a third set crescendo. Is all ready to collapse into a straight set. It's fairly simple defeat for Brazil here. Unless they can pull something special off. China will have one opportunity now to side out for the match. Talita will serve. Let us Xue cleans her glasses. Entirely sure they needed a clean. Talita targets Zhang Xi, tactic that gave him success in the early part of the set as it goes out. And Brazil perhaps have one more little lifeline. China losing their lead. So 2 match points pardoned. Zhang Xi will try again up against Talita. Talita does block, and now it's Brazil having a set point. Momentum swings aplenty here at the semi-finals. Brazil look dead down and thoroughly out of the semi-final. They're now a point away from taking it to another set. Zhang Xi needs this. Hits hard, hits on the angle, and gets exactly what she was looking for. So Talita showing some character. Brazilian fans want to see more. I think all of the fans do, having been entertained. This is just the start of Grand Slam Final Four weekend. Service from Xue in towards Talita. Down the line, it will be set point chance number 2 now. But the Brazilians are talking again, which is good. Communication, such a vital aspect of this sport. Maria now to serve on set point. Float serve is a good one. Zhang Xi's there. Well, Talita got a touch on the way through it, needed something special, a bit more than a pass there. Maria's touch was the second. In the end, Talita couldn't make her second touch. So both teams have let the other off with 2 points to end this set. Chinese with 2 match points, Brazil with 2 set points. Still at a stalemate, 22 apiece. Maria rises. Chance for a Chinese counter-attack, here it comes. Maria will go again though. Oh, with a bit of a help from the net as well. Well, they needed a bit of luck. Finally, it swung their way. Read the Chinese kill lovely. But on set point chance number 3, Talita can only send a serve to the net. Xue floats long. So no roof on the score here. It is a 2-point game from here on in. Whichever team gets 2 points in front will win the set. In China's case, it'd be the match, but this is Brazil trying to take it to a breaker. Up for Xue. who hits with high accuracy. 24 apiece now. 4 set point chances for Brazil. All 4 of them have been let-offs. Zhang Xi. So it's fairly deep in towards the body of Talita, who responds nicely. So both teams really struggling to buy side-outs before. Different stages in the match. China early doors in the second set. Brazil latterly when China went on that run. Talita now, scooped up by Zhang Xi. Looks to hit on the angle. And again, straight down into the sand. 25-25. Turning into a monster second set now. Certainly a long and interesting match of the bronze medal last week. Those 3 sets they played in the end ending up in favour of this Brazilian team. Talita up against Xue. She gets a block. Needs to be made here, and she makes it the second time. It will be match point chance number 3 and the first since quite a sequence of side-outs for China. 2 blocks in 1 single point, the second, bringing up that vital mark. Advantage swings back to China. Xue serves into Talita. She'll run and have a block straight away. Talita, though, gets the baiting of her. And Brazil save it yet again. Well, were Brazil to win this second set, then they'd feel pretty good about things. A long and arduous battle here. One that would sap the Chinese morale if they weren't to get what they wanted out of it. Nicely made. Talita's there. Zhang Xi reads it well. Chance for her with a left-handed kill. Zhang will try again. This time up for Xue, who hits with mighty power. Match point yet again. 4th chance for them to finish it off here. Brazil, in the meantime, have had set points aplenty. Zhang Xi this time will try off a left-handed serve. Talita. Now, counter-attack chance. Is this the one for China? Zhang Xi finish it off in straight sets. Well, a heavyweight battle that went all the number of rounds permitted. 28-26 in set 2. Brazil given a knockout blow. Well, they didn't even look in it at one stage, the Brazilians, certainly at the end of the first set. China knocked for 6 at the start of the second, but somehow recovering from 5 points down, and it certainly was a Chinese big show. Disappointment for Maria and Talita. Maria, in fact, choosing to disappear. Communication between herself and, of course, Talita. Not the greatest. Be a series of serious team meetings, you think? And this was the counter-attack that allowed China to set it up on that left hand again. Space opening up as Talita failed to block cross-court. Zhang Xi hitting down. And the celebration tells you how much it meant. So victory hugs for them. Second semi will get underway in around 10 minutes' time. Netherlands versus the USA coming up. But of course it is Chinese delight as we will leave you, but return in around 10 minutes on the Swatch Tour here in Austria.